Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Deliver Live Free Sports Picks with the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. Deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us here are on the 7th shot, El Ninos. Got Brian Biller, Javon Burtz, Rod Zawacki. That hat is alive. We got Wayne Scott as well as Jay Briggs. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Ninos, Briggs, Burtz, Biller, Scott, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, we continue here with the Sweet 16 tonight. 4 big games as well as a big card from the NBA, some hockey as well. Let's get this one underway. We'll go ahead and welcome in El Ninos. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bringing El right now, ready to roll. El, what's happening?
Doing pretty good, Tony. How are you doing?
Awesome. All right, here we go tonight. 7 Eastern Time. Celtics back home here to face the Pacers. The Celtics down to 11.5, total 236.
Yeah, this number dropping fast here, and I thought that they opened as obviously the Celtics are the much better team here, but they haven't really been playing their best basketball lately, and the Pacers, they've been pretty tough. Obviously, this line dropped a little bit now. Tyrese Halliburton was questionable. He's confirmed to he'll be playing tonight, so that explains your line move there. But again, whether Halliburton was playing or not, I just think the Pacers were getting too many points here against a team that, again, not playing their best basketball. And yeah, they got some great players, but they haven't really looked the same lately. And really, I'm not in a rush to lay double-digit points with them right now. The Pacers are not the best team in the league, but they play pretty tough. And again, double digits is where I want to be here. So I would rather take these points than lay them. I think the Celtics win the game, but I'm not laying double digits with them in this spot. I'll take the points here gladly with Pacers.
All right, Alnino says go ahead and take the Pacers here, plus that 11 here against the Boston Celtics. I think people have forgotten how good this Pacers team is, and when they're all healthy. When you got Halliburton, Nembhard, Hield, Nesmith, Turner, they can do some damage. And that was the issue with the Pacers. They're not being able to be healthy. And we know Duarte is out, but you get Halliburton, Nembhard, Smith, Nesmith together, and of course they've got their bench guy. They're in trouble. They can pose some damage here.
Yeah, we saw them post some pretty big upsets off earlier in the season. Again, it's not like the Pacers been playing at the top of their game either, but I think that, again, just with all these guys, you mentioned Duarte out of the lineup, but again, I still think they have enough in this lineup to keep this game respectable. I'm not even going to say it's going to be come down to the wire or anything like that, but the double digits with this team, I think it's the spot to be here.
Yeah, that's going to be a potent lineup there for Indiana when they got everybody there. Pacers plus 11 here against the Celtics. This one to start here, top of the hour. Game 1 of the doubleheader tonight on NBA TV. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. So tonight we've got 2 on the board. I'm sorry, we have 4 on the board here for college hoops. Big game from the NBA, NHL as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
My $15 play in the NBA, 3-pack in the NBA, and then 3-pack with my best bet NBA, NHL, and college basketball.
Well, there you go, guys. Get on board here with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. He'll have some action for you tonight here on the board as well as we're getting ready for this Sweet 16 action. As he mentioned, is NBA and college hoops action. But again, don't forget today the long-term passes. The good time to get that 3-day L Sports Pass. Get all of L's premium plays for 3 days. That would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Includes the remainder of the college basketball tournament until we get down to the final 4 teams, right? Your Friday, Saturday, Sunday action, NBA, NHL in there as well. Go ahead and use it and get on board with it. Use the promo code PICK at checkout and you'll save 15% off, right? Ninos, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, but we can always catch you on the weekends here on the morning show.
Yeah, that's right. It should be on tomorrow and Sunday, 10 a.m. with Mitch, Rod, Chris, and some of those guys you see on the drive-thru as well. So make sure you tune in for that one. It's always a fun show.
Always fun show. You see often see Big Al up there. You'll see Rod in there as well, Javon. So guys, tune in then. All right, now have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week.
Have a good one, Tom.
Got Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Let's welcome in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catches shows here, the live show, NBA show at 4 Eastern time. He also drops an NBA video for you in the morning, doing a rundown as well. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T?
Going great tonight. All right, here we go. Bucks on the road here against the Jazz. Pretty big number here on this Bucks team. Milwaukee laying 9, total 237.
Yes, sir. Pretty big number for Milwaukee, but it's justified. Me and Chris were just talking about this one a minute ago on the gym session. We both were in agreement. We're mad at ourselves for not having this as a premium. I like the Bucks a lot here. Tony, man, no Clarkson, no Markkanen, no Rudy Gay. You know, those are the two top scorers for the Jazz. Where their scoring going to come from? I do think Milwaukee wins this one, wins it pretty comfortably. Their injury report is a pause as well. No Middleton, Myers Leonard, Gordon Dragic, or Jay Crowder, but man got still in there. Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think they have enough to beat up on the Jazz here in this one. What kept me off was the Jazz are money as home underdogs. 9-2 ATS this season are the Jazz as home underdogs. But, you know, without JC and Markkanen, I don't think they have enough to keep this one competitive. I think Milwaukee rolls them in this one.
Yeah, I didn't even know Clarkson off the bench here. Bucks laying 9 here against the Jazz. Here's your starting lineup here for the Jazz. Horton Tucker, Agbaji, Fontecchio. Oh my God, that guy couldn't guard anything when he was with Denver. He had a matchup against someone who couldn't guard anyone. He was getting pounded against the Warriors, right? He was getting burned left and right. Olenek and Kessler. There's your starting 5 here for Utah.
Yeah, not pretty, man, especially for a Utah team that's right there in the thick of things in the Western Conference. You would think, their top guys will try to make a go, but, all 3 of them out, I don't want any part of Utah in this one. I think Milwaukee wins it and wins it big.
Well, I'm surprised Fontecchio still. His defense is so bad. Was he with Dallas or was he with Denver last year? I just remember just going against him like crazy because he had no skill to guard any of these forwards or guards that he played on. That he faced, but anyway, that's someone that you could keep an eye on here. Fontecchio there debuted in 2022. He has difficulty definitely defensively. All right, so Bucks laying 9 here against the Jazz. This one will have a start time here of 9 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, as we said, a big NBA board here. They're not afraid of the Sweet 16. 10 games on the board from the NBA Sweet 16 games as well. A few on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. Nice Friday. Nice card as well. I got 5 plays total in the NBA, included in my NBA Friday Night Mega Pack. I also have a 3-pack in the NBA, my NBA Money Making 3-pack, and I have a $15 NBA Gym Session play up there, my best bet on the board every night. I also have a plus money dog. It's a dog on the board that I think wins outright in the NBA. So you can scoop up all my NBA plays over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can also scoop up my 2 college hoops plays that I got tonight in the Sweet 16 action. I think it's a great night of hoops, Tony. I'm trying to cash out, man. Hop on a long-term package, though. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, or seasonal. Pair me up 2-for-1 capper special with one of these great guys as well as we try to keep it rolling here to close out March Madness.
That's right. Close out March Madness. Indeed. Get on board with Jay Briggs. Get on board. Of course, remember that 3-day pass will get you through Sunday's action. That will get you the Sweet 16 tonight and both the days of the Elite 8, NBA and NHL as well. Pick is a promo code. You'll save 15% off. All right, Jay, as always, great having you on the show. Have a great evening. We'll catch up with you again on Monday. But I know you do a lot over at Pick Dogs on the channel. We got your video drop in NBA in the mornings, and of course your NBA live jam session for Eastern time, and of course you're also guest on the morning shows.
Yes, sir. Loaded weekend from me per usual. See y'all in the morning as I drop the jam session. We got 6 games tomorrow, so not a heavy load like today. 10 games today. So after y'all finish the drive-through, listen to what all these great cappers have to say. You can go watch my first one that I dropped this morning, or you can go watch the evening one I just shot with my guy Chris Ruffalo as we ran through the card one more time and dropped the parlay. And like my guy Tony T said, I will be on there in the morning with all the guys as we try to smack down on a Saturday.
Smackdown on Saturday. Chris Pop was wondering about the over in this game. It seems a little risky here with Utah shooting, but we'll see.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I don't know, man, with those 2 guys out. That's like 40 points between those 2 guys they won't be having. So over kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of a stay away there for me. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Yes, sir, Tony. I'll see you on Monday.
Got a Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome in Javon Burst. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Back with this parlay video here on the channel. Javon, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Everything's great. All right, here we go tonight. Late night game tonight here. Lakers hosting the Thunder. The Lakers a 5.5 point favorite with a total of 232.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the Thunder in this one. Now, this is major implications as far as seeding in the Western Conference. We have four teams that's tied in record-wise, 36 and 37. The eighth seed being Dallas, and the 11th seed being the Thunder, 10th seed being the Lakers. So this one right here, this goes a long way with whether who's going to get the 10th seed in this one between the Lakers and the Thunder. And I think the Thunder have a pretty good chance of winning this one. Now, they did get boat race yesterday, but that was a situation where you knew it was going to happen. They had lost. I mean, they had beat the Clippers. Paul George got injured, and it was just a spot where the Clippers, they were gonna come out, guns blazing. They did that in the second half and boat raced OKC. But in this one, they didn't have to travel. They're playing in the same stadium, playing against a lesser team in the Lakers. Even though the Lakers, they improved personnel wise. Sometimes when you watch this team, they don't give Anthony Davis the ball. He could go missing sometimes. You saw it in that Knicks game, primetime game, where the Knicks just, did whatever they wanted, and down the stretch, the players didn't give Anthony Davis the ball, and he didn't look interested. Let's see if he's going to be interested in this game. But regardless of that fact, the road team has won both meetings this season. So, take that for what it's worth. But my side is the Thunder side, so I'm on the Thunder.
All right, I've got Javon here on the Thunder plus 5.5 here against the Lakers. Yeah, I'm with you there. I was kind of touting the Clippers last night. Boy, I was about the only one. I could have used the help yesterday, Javon. I was getting piled on, and I saw same thing I saw with you, right? In these back-to-back series, I'm going to tend to favor the better talent and the better coaching. When you dissect a team like OKC, they've got a lot of warts. They're not a very good shooting team on the road. You can make the adjustments, almost like a playoff game where you can adjust. They're fresh in your mind. They know what to do. A situation here like the Lakers, they played the Thunder. The Thunder ruined LeBron James' night a few weeks ago. But that's been a long time has passed. You played several opponents, so it's kind of like it's not. They're not really fresh in your mind here. But when you play a team in back-to-back games, those adjustments and the coaching can come into play there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what happened, last night. So but it's a reset in this one. Like I said, it's major implications. Whoever wins this one puts themselves in position, to get that 10th slot, to play in the play-in tournament. So, the Thunder, they definitely want to get there. The question mark in this one is SGA playing, so because they haven't been playing him the second nights of back-to-backs. But while he is questionable for this one, I think he's gonna give it a go. I mean, this is the Thunder. They haven't been there in a long time, since KD and Russell Westbrook. So, or at least Russell Westbrook, the Russell Westbrook era. So, with that said, I think that they should, go full bore in this one and not sit SGA and try to get the W.
Yeah, there's no other update than that. SGA is questionable with that ab strain, and of course there's Davis is probable. Remember, D'Angelo Russell did hit the injury report this morning, and let's see if there's any update. Still questionable with hip soreness. No update yet. We'll probably see. Prior to it's a late start tonight, so we won't know till later tonight. Probably when the players get to the court. They usually get in probably around 5:30 local time, or actually a 7:30 start. Yeah, probably 2 hours before game time they'll be in there, and we'll see how that rolls there with him. But anyway, Jovan here, Thunder plus 5.5 here against the Lakers. This one they have a start time 10:40 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge. Here are the top guy on the leaderboard for 2023, 2,575 units of profit. Joint profit last 30 days. Last 7 days, coming off a winning day yesterday. As you know, a 10-game card NBA. We've got the Sweet 16 as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday NCAA tournament Sweet 16 3-pack. 3 plays that I absolutely love in this one. I think I'm going to go 3-0. Yesterday, should have went 3-0, went 2-1. That heartbreaker, UCLA. Thought I had it on the money line, with that late 3 to snatch 50 out of the jaws of defeat, but came back to bite me with a 40-footer. I'm from yeah, man.
A college guy hitting a 40-footer, right? That's probably a 5% shot,
Right. Hey, but that's the Steph Curry effect. But check around my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. You've been rocking with me for a while. You've been rocking, getting that money. Simple as that. Also match me up with one of the other handicappers for the 2-4 Capital Promotional. Can't go wrong here. Sports Chat Place Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it, guy. Get on board with Javon Burt's over at Pick Dog. From you see the results, man. Day after day, week after week, Javon has been absolutely pounding it, pounding the bookmaker. You see the great numbers there. Get on board with Javon. He's got his plays up there for you tonight. Also, just a reminder, you can get if you want to try him out, the 3-day pass is a fantastic value right now. 3 days of action for Javon. You got the Sweet 16 tonight and the Elite 8 for Saturday and Sunday. Of course, all the NBA is added in there as well. So lots of action from Javon. Pick is a promo code to save 15% off. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion, or you can just forget, don't do that, just double down. Just double down the way Javon's running right now. He's been an absolute fire. All right, Javon, as always, great having you show. We'll talk with you a bit later here on the recap.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be here.
You got it. Javon Burst here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next, we're bringing in Brian Biddler. You catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bookends the shows here on Monday and Fridays. Let's bring him in. We'll get him here in just a second. Brian, what's happening?
I tell you what, glad to be here on a Friday night. It's Friday. You know what happens on Friday? Square dancing Friday. I got some Cougars lined up, ready to go as soon as we get out of the drive-in. It's going to be a big night for Cougars for sure.
Well, looking for the Cougars tonight, and of course he likes to go to the square dancing, and of course that's where he finds them over there. No doubt about that, Brian. All right, here we go tonight. But tonight we're going to look at the dinosaurs. After Cougars, you get the dinosaurs. That's the next step up. So we'll get into the Raptors here. Here to host the Pistons. We've got the Raptors here laying a couple touchdowns, total 224.
I tell you what, I'm going to go with the pride of Canada tonight, the Toronto Raptors minus a huge number here on the drive-thru for Friday night. This number, I believe, is high for a reason. Raptors come in desperate for a win, sitting in 9th spot in the Eastern Conference. This Pistons team really in sad shape. Huge injury list, just a gigantic injury list here for the Pistons. Raptors, although they have lost 6 of their last 10 games straight up, they've been solid at home this season against the number 22-15. And lately, they've been a money-making 6-1 against the spread at home. Pistons have dominated the Raptors ATS-wise over recent history. I think the Pistons have covered 9 straight games. But I think that streak will end tonight in Toronto. This Raptors team much better than their sub-500 record. And the Pistons, 4 straight road non-covers here. I think that extends to 5 tonight. I'm going to take the Toronto Raptors here and lay, I think it's 13.5 tonight.
Yeah, there may have been some the money come down here on the live odds. This was put up about an hour ago, but looking live here in this one, you can find some 13.5s in there, although the sharpest book in the world has still at 14, so there's still some numbers there. Caution out there with you, Brian, is I'm always worried about Toronto because they don't have a whole lot of depth, and when I see some of the rotational guys out, I get nervous, especially now with 2 guys out. You got Barnes out, and now you've got Achua out, and some of their other guys like Trent Banton, but you still feel confident here, even though you're going to have to. Usually Toronto, you get a lot out of their starting 5 and very minimal from the rest of the guys.
What worries me for Toronto is they do have an injury list, and some guys on the injured list. Plus, their points per game, they rank about 21st in the league, so they don't score a ton of points. But this team offensive rebounds very well, and I think they force some turnovers. I think they turn the Pistons over multiple times here. I think the Raptors win this one by 20. But I know that's asking a lot of the Toronto Raptors. They don't go in there and kick the crap out of teams. But I think tonight Raptors are going to have an outbreak.
We'll see how that. Again, here's a spot, and this is what I worried about the most here with this. Here's another spot here with the rest advantage. As bad as the Pistons have been, they've been money in rest advantage spots. I think it's like 6 out of their past 9 in rest advantage spots. They have they got a day of rest here in this one, as Toronto was in action last night.
Yeah, I saw they had 1 extra day of rest, actually.
Yeah, Detroit has 2 days rest.
Detroit Pistons, yeah.
2 days rest, and then Toronto, no rest here. So here's a rest advantage spot where Detroit has been really hot. Has been actually covering the number. So we'll see how that rolls.
Yeah, to me, it just seems like this number is very high, and to me, it seems like they're really trying to get you off the Toronto Raptors here. And to me, I think tonight, overall in the NBA, it's going to be a favorite fest as far as chalk goes. We'll see how it goes, see if I'm right or not.
Yeah, we'll see how that rolls. We're not seeing a whole lot of movement off that 13 and a half in some of the non-sharp books. The sharp books holding 14 right now. Maybe they know that's the way to roll. But again, one thing with the Pistons, I'm always got my antenna flagged when they are in rest advantage spots. Raptors laying 14 and a half here against the Pistons. This one to start here at 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's go over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. All right, here we go. NBA 10-game card. The Sweet 16, 4 games on the card, 3 on the ice tonight, heading to a pretty big weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tell you what, I'm super excited. I did go 1 and 2 yesterday, but what did cash for me was my $15 titanium play. Tonight, I'm going for 8 straight $15 titanium winners. Tonight, my best bets in the NBA. You can get that over at pickdogs.com for just $15. Overall, long-term, 131 and 91. That's a 59% hit rate on over 222 $15 plays. So make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com, get that titanium. Also got my Square Dance and 3-pack where you get my 2 best college basketball plays teamed up with that NBA titanium. All 3 plays for $50, guaranteed to turn a profit.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Brian Butler over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board with those individual plays tonight or the long-term pass. The 3-day pass is a great one out there for Friday. Here we are on a Friday. 3 days, affordably priced there. And, of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday action to get you the Sweet 16 tonight, the Elite 8 Saturday and Sunday, and all the NBA and NHL through the weekend. That's the way to roll. Great 3-day pass. Pick is the promo code. You'll save at 15% at checkout. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week.
No, I can't wait to see you on Monday, but don't worry about me. Tonight's going to be a great night. I got a lot of Cougars lined up. You make sure you behave yourself, Tony, and I'll see you on Monday.
All right, keep up, take care of those Cougars, and then you'll work your way to the dinosaurs with the Raptors. All right, here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on this show, guys. You miss a pick, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here, and let's welcome in Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get to Wayne here in a second. He's got some college hoops. We got some Sweet 16 action coming in here from Wayne. I think we're ready to roll here. I think he's ready to collect from the casino. All right, Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? Everything good with you today?
Great to have you. Here we go tonight. Creighton and Princeton. This is the Cinderella Princeton team here. The Ivy School with a lot of smarts and some skill, enough to get to this round here. Creighton here laying 10, total 140.5.
Yeah, man, as Tony just said, we have a good one here, man. This Princeton team wasn't getting a lot of respect, but I hope they are now. They're a great passing team. They're a team that works the ball inside out, try to get it in, very efficient. And they don't hit the 3 very well, but they hit it when they're open. And they're 187-3, but I'm not worried about them hitting the 3 as much because Creighton's not the best defensive team. One thing both of these teams have proven they can do is score. So rather than going on the side, I like taking over 140 on the total. I think they both hit 70 in this game, no problem. Creighton's 8-3 to the over in the last neutral game. Creighton is 7-3 in their last 10, and Princeton is 6-4 in their last 10. These teams, like I said, man, it's not going to be a sloppy game by far when it comes to pace. Princeton is 169 in pace, and Creighton is around 130, a little over the top 100. I think this pace goes in Creighton's favor and gets pushed to a little bit of a faster pace. But I see both of these teams scoring 70 pretty nice and efficiently, not off turnovers and sloppy play, but just good, strong basketball, good open shots. These are teams that don't take a lot of bad shots, so they take a good, efficient shots. Princeton is 99th in field goal, and Creighton is 52 in field goal. So these guys are taking highly efficient shots. Nice, smart basketball, and I like the over in this one.
All right, we got Wayne here. Princeton, Creighton over the total of 140.5. And, of course, this Princeton team can score inside, which helps a lot in these over situations because if you hit the threes and you got that inside presence to score, that helps, especially against that tall tree they have down low for Creighton.
Yes, sir. That in and out game, that's the best way to score, seems like. If you can get something open quick inside, if they want to crash in on you, swing it out to the guys outside. That's one thing I like. That's what I love about this Princeton team. They're a great passing team, man. And when you got a team like Creighton who's not the best defensively, you're gonna have to tighten up your screws, or you're gonna give up a lot of open shots to this Princeton team today. So I'm loving this over, and we all know Creighton can score, man, with Nimbard, Calibranner. They got scores all over the place too. So I look for this to be a high-scoring game in this one, Tony.
All right, we got Wayne down in Princeton Creighton over 140.5. This one to have a start time here of 9 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, so great results in the NBA. 690 units of profit, all document over at Pick Dodge Prim tonight. 10-game card here from the NBA. We also have the Sweet 16 4 card from the college hoops. 3 on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. I got a 3-pack in the NBA with my 3 best bets all packed in together for you. Should have a 8 o'clock tip-off on that one. And I have one NCAA game, but that's just for my long-term members. And I got a boxing match on the main play on the boxing tomorrow on the main event. So if boxing's for you guys, check me out on that. And as I always say, man, looking to get in that 3-day, 7-day, or monthly pass, man, and let's cash out on you.
That's right, guys. Get up with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Prim. 690 units of profit. That is documented over at Pick Dogs Prim for this year. And, of course, Wayne Scott is placed for your single plays. Of course, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is profit credit guarantee. And, of course, the 3-day pass is a great one because you get all of Wayne's premium plays for 3 days all the way until Sunday. So we'll have you covered for Elite 8 as well as a Sweet 16 here on. Use the promo code PICKET checkout to save 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. To the success, we'll catch up with you next week, but we can always catch you as well on the weekend shows.
Yes, sir. I'll be on there with Mitch or Chris or whoever's hosting. I have a good one for you tomorrow. A lot of good games tomorrow. And like I said, I'm very excited for this boxing match tomorrow. So tons of action tomorrow. Let's get ready for this weekend and cash out. All right, Pick Dog family.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the Drive to. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Wayne is on the weekends, you can get the plays from Wayne. All right, Wayne, have a great night. Catch up with you on the weekend.
All right, take care, guys.
Got it. Wayne Scott here on the Drive to. Guys, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the Drive to. Up next is Rod Zawacki. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Prim. Catch him in the mornings every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time up here. He's also has a video series with Chris Ruffalo with the Puck Dogs, giving out those hockey video picks here on a daily basis. So let's go ahead and get Rod in here right now. I think we're ready to go with Rod. Oh, wait a minute, went too far. We'll get Rod Zawacki in right now. I think we're ready to roll. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. It's Friday. Nice day out. Not complaining. So we got some more hoops action in the Sweet 16 to round out to see who's heading to the Elite 8. I'm excited.
That's right.
Hoops last night. Bring on some more good hoops tonight.
That's right, boy. Your hat should be shriveling for tomorrow. A little bit nervous, some sweat coming out of that hat. And we seen the sweat. Is the sweat shrinking a little bit?
It was a little bit.
Got to rehydrate that after last night. Dip it in some water or something. Need some hydration.
It's still good.
It's still good?
It's not dead yet.
Not dead yet. All right. It had a heavy sweat last night. All right, here we go tonight. We're going to the Kings and the Suns here. Sacramento home lane, 3.5 total, 239.
Yeah, look at this one. These teams just met not too long ago, and the Kings got the win, won by 9 in that one, or won by 11 points in that one. You look at the Kings averaging 120.3 points a game over their last 3 games, while the Suns only averaging 115.7 points a game over the last 3. And you look, that's even a little bit below the Kings' average. At home this season, they're averaging 123.8 points a game. Well, the Suns, the last 3, a little bit more over what their total is. They average 112.5 on the road this season. But the Suns are definitely, these teams looking to end their 2-game losing streak. Suns 0-6 ATS in their last 6, though. They're also 0-4 ATS following a straight-up loss. Well, you look at the Kings. This is a team that likes to bounce back after a loss. They 7-2 ATS their last 9 games. They're also 18-8 ATS their last 26, following a straight-up loss of 10+ points. They're also 7-3-1 their last 11 at home versus a team with a losing road record like the Suns have on the road. I think De'Aaron Fox and company step up tonight and hand the Suns their 3rd straight loss.
All right, we got Rod here on the Sacramento Kings lay the 3.5 here against the Suns. Let's get an update on Werder. Looks like there's some good news here on Werder as we're now seeing a probable next to him. He was the questionable mark here. He's in now, so we got a clean injury report now for Sacramento, which is key, and that's going to give him a lot of depth in tonight's game. And Rod, it's interesting because we don't really give the big guys a lot of credit anymore in the NBA, but I'm beginning to see when your key rim defender is out, it greatly impacts your team. defensively, you're going to have to score a lot more points. Your guards have to think more about defense. It's almost, I consider almost like the running game. If for your secondary has to worry now about tackling instead of playing, as well as covering. Now, when you look at these guards here for the Suns, you don't have your rim defender, so you're going to really have to be really good on defense, tighten up, because if you let the guy get around you, Aiden's not back there and there to rim defend. And there are some guys out here that don't get a respect in the league, but when they're not in the lineup, you see a difference. Like Nurkic is one of them, Anthony Davis for the Lakers, even Embiid in situations where he's not there to rim defend. We see some of these like Steven Adams here for the Grizzlies. We see these teams struggle when their rim defender is gone.
Exactly. I agree. And so what the Suns have been trying to do is outscore teams, trying to score more than what they normally do. If you look Booker, he's trying to just outscore guys. And he's been doing a good job in the two that he has. He's been scoring over his total. Look, he's got 32, I think, and almost 40 something. I guess the Sacramento Kings here, and that's when Ayton's been out. So when he's been out, that Booker's minutes go up, and they definitely rely on Booker a lot more when Ayton's out. I know those Kings ain't great on defense, but they definitely know how to score at home, and I think they easily scored into the 130s tonight. And the Suns can't score that. They're not going to be able to keep up. I think this is a close game all the way down, but the Kings just pull away late. And I think they win by double digits. I might even sprinkle a little on the extended line. They win by 10 plus in this one.
All right, Rod's looking for a blowout game here. Kings laying 3.5 here against the Suns. This one have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's go over at Pick.com for nice action. All right, here we go tonight. NBA 10 on the board. 3 left from the Sweet 16. Alabama and San Diego State has just tipped off, as well as 3 on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And for me, over at Pick Dogs Premium, that's all I've got. Sweet 16. I got those 3 that are left that you talked about. That's what I've got going. Swept the board yesterday with my 3 plays in the Sweet 16. Let's do it again today. Head on over to Pick Dogs Premium. Scoop those 3 plays up. I've got a nice package for you. Scoop it up. Been rolling right along in college hoops this March Madness. Basically the second hottest capper over the last 30 days in college hoops. So jump aboard. Your best bet, grab a 3-day pass. That way you get everything going on Saturday and Sunday as well. There's 15 hockey games tomorrow. Loaded card in the NHL. NBA is a little bit lighter, but the 3-day pass saves it for having to get buy into these packages or buy anything singly, and gonna have a massive weekend. I can feel it. Love this weekend's action of sports. So jump aboard, grab that 3-day pass. Use that 2-for-1 capper deal, and pair me up with another one of the other hot handicappers. And 2 heads always better than 1. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 50% off all your purchases. Jump aboard with me. Let's have a big weekend together.
That's right, guys. Jump aboard with Rod Spike over at Pick.com. 3-day pass. Get the remainder of the Sweet 16 and both days of the Elite 8, include all of Rod's NHL, NBA as well for this weekend. Get on board with Rod Zawacki. All right, Rod, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week, but we can catch you here with the Puck Dogs video series. And, of course, big weekend shows. We get into the Elite 8 here for Saturday and Sunday with the weekend shows.
Yeah, definitely going to be a big weekend show with the Elite 8 going on, and a little worried with the Bulldogs, just as you said, the guy in the rim protector. UCLA didn't have that rim protector. Timmy went off. He scored, 36 points?
Yep.
I don't know if he scored 36 points against UConn. Those guys are pretty big. They got some pretty good rim protection in UConn. That's going to be a battle. I'm excited for that game this weekend. And definitely check out all the Puck Dog videos. Me and Ruplo have shot those. They'll be released soon. We got 15 up there, plus the parlay video. We hit the last parlay video, so you want to check that out. Like, subscribe. That way you get notified when those videos get released, and you don't miss out on any of that NHL action. So jump aboard.
And get the better numbers.
Lots of content. Exactly. Right. Before those numbers change, because we definitely have been known in hockey to move books. So
that's right. When you have 120,000 plus subscribers, you better be one of the first. You definitely got to set notifications.
Yeah, set notifications. That way you get notified when those drop, and you can jump aboard with us. So definitely, we've been on fire. Me and Ruplo this season in hockey. So definitely worth checking this.
Yeah, you guys, so get on board with the ride. All right, have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy the steak tonight, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Definitely. You have yourself a good weekend, Tony. We'll see you again on Monday, and everybody else will see you tomorrow on the morning show.
Morning show indeed. Rod Tawaki here on the Drive Thru. Guys, make sure you tune in 10 a.m. Eastern time for the weekend shows. Rod, Chris, and Mitch, and of course they'll guest many of the guests on those shows. You see right here from the Drive Thru, guys like Javon, El Ninos is on there, Big Al McMorty, Ramonelli is on there as well. Jay is on there. It's a big show for Elite 8, so make sure you guys tune in. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. It is time for my pick, and then we'll get to the recap. So if you miss any picks, we will recap here at the end of the show. Let's get to my pick here. We're going to be looking at the game tonight here between the Grizzlies and the Rockets here. Grizzlies lays a bundle here. Total sits here at 233.5. We're going to be looking at the total in this one. We're going to be going over 233.5 here in this game between the Grizzlies here and the Houston Rockets. And, this is a let's take a look here at the injury report just so we can update you here on if there's any late additions here. We have Tate out for Houston. Kaminsky is questionable. Adams out and both Williams out here for Memphis. But again, remember, John Morant back in the lineup here for this Memphis Grizzlies team. And, when you look at the Grizzlies, they've been really trending a lot onto the over here on the road. Have this Houston Rockets team. And you look here at Houston, they have dropped 4 of their past 5 on the road. And they're giving up 124 points per 100 possessions. And, of course, the Grizzlies, past 7 games at home, playing very well, hitting almost 50% from the field. They're averaging 122.5 points per 100 possessions. So we're seeing we're seeing scoring here, and we're seeing the Rockets give up a lot of points. The Rockets fairly healthy. Porter, Green, Martin, Smith, Sengun in there for the Houston Rockets. So their starting 5 is healthy. When their starting 5 is healthy, then I feel confident they can get enough points to help push this one over. So that's the key here, the Rockets' health. And of course, Memphis is great home form offensively here. And of course, the poor defense you're going to get from Houston, over 233.5. All right, this one tonight, we'll have a start time of 8 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick.stream. I've got plays up there. I got 4 premium plays. I've got a 3-pack here from College Hoops. And the best bet up there right now, my $15 best bet is from the NBA. Of course, you can get on board with my long-term pass. Great time to get that 3-day all sports pass. You get all my premium plays here, NBA, College Hoops, for Friday, Saturday, Sunday with that 3-day pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can add a second capper with the 2-point capper promotion, even greater value. So you can match me up with Rod, match me up with El Ninos, Jay, Javon, Brian, and Wayne. The 2-point capper promotion is your best value right now over at Pick.stream. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let's get to the recap. Javon will help us out here with the recap tonight. All right, we started with El Ninos said Pacers plus 11.5 against the Celtics. Jay was on the Bucks, laid the 9 against the Jazz. Javon, Thunder plus 5.5 against the Lakers. Brian was on the Raptors, laid the 14.5 against the Pistons. Wayne likes Princeton Creighton over 140.5. Rod is on the Kings, laid the 3.5 against the Suns. I'll be on the Rockets Grizzlies over 233.5. All right, Javon, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm gonna go with that Princeton Creighton over 140. I think it's right for the picking.
Yep, all right, it goes up that game there with the over here, Princeton and Creighton over 140.5. And I like Rod's play there on the Kings, lay the 3.5 here against the Suns. I like the Kings in this spot. We'll just kind of go over the some of the injuries. We can now confirm that Duarte is out for Indiana. Duarte out for Indiana. Brogdon, Gallinari, Pritchard out for Boston. The Spurs and Washington. Beal, Kuzma are out. And, of course, on the Spurs side, it's Birch, Collins, Langford, Sakan, and Vassell. So a lot of scoring out of there. But Keldon Johnson in tonight for the Spurs. Pistons and the Raptors. Laundry list here for the Pistons. Bogdanovich, Burks, Diallo, Joseph, Magruder, Stewart out here for the Pistons. On the Raptors side, Achiuwa, Banton, Barnes, Trent, Weisskap out here for Toronto. Rockets and the Grizzlies. Kaminsky will be questionable. Tate out. On the Memphis side, Adams and both Williams out. Charlotte, Dallas out tonight. Martin, Rozier doubtful for Charlotte. Oubre questionable. Williams probable. Hardaway is out here for Dallas. Looks like Irving and Doncic both in the lineup here tonight for Dallas. Milwaukee and Utah, Crowder, Dragic, Leonard, Middleton out. On the Jazz side, Sexton, Markkanen, Gay, Clarkson out. And, of course, Juzang is questionable. On the Philadelphia Warriors game, this is the one to keep an eye on for tonight, late night NBA TV. Questionable, Embiid and Harden and McDaniels. 2 starters, questionable for Philadelphia, and the key ones here tonight. On the Warriors side, pretty much guys reserves here. Iguodala, Jerome, Payton, Wiggins out. Bulls and the Trailblazers. DeRozan out for Chicago. Green, questionable. Caruso, probable. On the Portland side, Winslow, Simons, Grant, Baji out. Nurkic, doubtful. Lillard, questionable. Little, oh my goodness, Portland is just fielding, it looks like a G League tonight. Little probable tonight here for Portland against Chicago. Phoenix and Sacramento, we told you earlier, Aiden out. Werder is still, looks like Werder will be in the lineup tonight. A clean injury report for Sacramento. Thunder and the Lakers, SGA still questionable. It's a late start, so we'll find out later on tonight. James Bamba are out. Davis probable, so is Angelo Russell probable. So they are all caught up on the injury reports for tonight. That's going to do for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow on Monday. Monday here we're live, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. Still got the plays for you in real time from Monday's action. And don't forget, it always gets started every day with the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Rod, you got Mitch, you got Chris, and of course on the weekends, a lot of your favorite cappers from the Drive-Thru will show up for those weekend shows like Javon, Big Al McMorty. You'll see Al Ninos on there. You'll see Ron Romanelli on there as well. Also, Wayne will be on those shows. Lots of contributions, so make sure you tune on the weekend shows as well. Don't forget the videos. There's Jay is also there. Jay Briggs with his NBA Jam session for the mornings on the drop. Also the live show, 4 p.m. Eastern time with his NBA Jam session. Also Romanelli's Breakdown from College Hoops. Also the Puck Dogs with Chris and Rod Zawacki giving out those NHL videos, as well as David Racy with his shorts video as well. Javon with his parlay video. Don't forget, we've got also the UFC shows with Brad and Mill. So lots of content here, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live, get the plays as they're released to get the best numbers. That's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Let's go ahead and bring in the crew from tonight's show. I'm going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up